Welcome to Cindy's World. I made my own homemade pizza from pizza dough that was in the freezer for over a year, as well as my own homemade dough from two ingredients like flour and coconut flour. For toppings, I use roasted peppers. I use fresh quinoa that I made that morning, as well as some dry herb spices. The all-purpose flour and the coconut flour went very well together. The dough was like a Play-Doh. It was perfect. The freezer dough behaved very strangely. I even had to microwave it as well as drain it for it to act properly. And then it started to act more like a regular dough, and I was able to spread it out with my fingers, use it, and cook with it normally. I just drained it in some cheesecloth, and then I removed it from it, and then I started building my pizza. For a sauce, I used some gochujang sauce, and that was an Asian style sauce. It was really delicious. And then I went over top of that with my quinoa topping. I was very generous with the quinoa. And then I spread out the tomatoes that were roasted. I just thought I would get a bigger bite and more out of them if they were spread out more. So that's just what I did. Then I ended up cutting up some tiny pieces of that and putting that on parts of the pizza as well, so I can get as many little bites out of them as possible. After that, I went in with my dry herbs, seasonings and spices with like sweet basil. I went in with some rosemary seasoning as well as some parsley seasoning. I just used whatever I had in the house that was like a vegetable or some type of herb. Now, then I went to build my pizza dough that I made from scratch. This was made with the coconut flour as well as the all-purpose flour. When I was handling it, it was very like soft and pliable. So I was just being really gentle, and I was spreading the sauce over it, which is the gochujang sauce, very generously. And it spread over very nicely. The coconut flour did behave normally, and the dough was like a regular dough. And I just went to build the pizza the same way, putting down the quinoa as a main base, and then I just flavored it with the dry herbs. I just wanted it to taste a little bit different, so I infused the tomatoes with some oregano oil. You only need a tiny drop of it, or else it will overpower your whole dish. When I'm out of oregano throughout the years, I always have like these oils that are herb based that I use, and you don't need that much of them at all. So then I just went in with some drizzles of the oil because I wanted it to taste different. And then I went back in with some sweet basil because I just love basil on my pizza that much. And then I drizzled this one with the sauce. If you spill any sauce on your pan, it will burn. So you can just wipe it off, or just leave it there. It didn't leave like a bad smell. I let it cook in the oven for about 10 to 20 minutes, and then it was done.
Over the edge. I could have put it on a bigger pan, but it's too late now. That one's doing just fine. It's crisping up really nicely and browning around the edges. Nothing smells burnt. Everything smells good, but this one is boiling. Look at that. I'm not going to open up the oven because every time you open up your oven, you will lose 10 degrees, and who wants that? So I like a lot of crust, so I'm excited about it. Even though it's going over the edge, it's okay. I think it's still gonna taste good. The apartment smells amazing, and it looks alive. So the cheese pizza dough has deflated, and it looks more like a regular pizza now. And this dough is still crisping up around the edges. It doesn't look like it has expanded, but it is puffing up on the sides, it looks like. So it's been over 5 minutes, and I wouldn't say it's ready yet. So I'm going to keep it in the oven. Haven't opened up the oven because I don't want to lose any temperature. I don't want to do a temperature change or mess with the temperature or whatever. So yeah, that's what it looks like. So I think it's ready to come out now. Everything's brown. I don't think it could get any browner. I have an oven up. Let's take it out. It smells really good. This is how it looks. This is my quinoa pizza. So again, this is the coconut flour infused pizza dough that I made myself. And this is the pasteurized pizza dough that was in the freezer for over a year. These are roasted tomatoes on top of quinoa that's flavored with sichuan. And the sauce I use is the gochujang sauce as a base. And I heavily seasoned it with some dried herbs like basil, rosemary, and parsley. And it's finished. I also did a drizzle on top of this one. The house smells like cheese, probably from this one. It has some oils coming off of it. I don't want to burn myself, but look at that. Yeah, it tastes like it looks like and it tastes like that. And I used to make cheese toast as a kid, and I would leave it in the oven so it could get really crispy. It tastes really good. This puffed up slightly, especially around this side, the homemade dough. I'm not sure how I'm going to get this up. I might roll it or something. I don't know. The pizza has been cooling. I'm gonna try to remove it. Make sure you don't burn yourself, because this was like really bubbling. Oh my gosh.
The pizza was really easy to cut. I had to wiggle it a little bit on the ends, but it was still behaving like a regular pizza. I did drizzle it with some more infused oil, and then I hit it with some more sauce on top on one half, and then some more basil. I just wanted to see if it tastes different, and it turned out really delicious. I would highly recommend making a quinoa pizza as a topping, and you don't even taste the quinoa. It crisped up really well in the oven, and everybody should try it. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll post the other video of me like really enjoying it and going into more detail outside. But thank you for watching. Bye.
It's spicy.